I think the king's comment to Alice was begin at the beginning and go until you get to the end, and then stop. Well, as the beginning of the Kumu overview series, we'll begin with the website. When you drop into kumu.io, the first page is pretty unassuming, though without realizing it, you might miss the fact that if you scroll down, there's an overview. There's an introduction from Jeff Moore, one of the two founders, the developers of Kumu, Jeff along with his brother. Well, I recommend it highly. Watch it. And once you watch that overview, then I would highly recommend that you read through the manifesto, and you will get a sense of why their passion for the development of Kumu borders on obsession. I have been working with them for the past couple of years, and they continue to invest in evolving the product at pretty breakneck speed. It's almost unimaginable where it is today compared to where it started. So go through the manifesto. You might want to read it more than once. It's pretty awesome. Then you can take a tour of the features. Jeff has done a short 6-minute video that demonstrates some of the highlights of some of the overview features of Kumu. And then the community page, which allows you to search all of the public models. People create projects in Kumu. They call them projects, and I'll explain why in another video. They create projects that are either public or private, and all of the public projects, which most of them are visible to anyone, and you can search here. And in addition to, well, like maybe if I search for, well, before I search, if you scroll down, here are 3 featured projects, the top 20 most visited projects. You can simply click on them and have a look at them. As I said, all of the public projects are visible to anyone with or without an account, and you're never quite sure what you might find when you drop into one of these, wander around. There's some really great work being done. Beyond that, there's a list of people that are real instrumental in contributing to and developing projects in Kumu. And so if you search for like economics, it shows you that there are 8 projects and 10 discussions. So you can scroll through and look at any of these economics finance by Tim McDonald. You never know, as I said, you never quite know what you're going to find, but wander around and look at things that seem interesting and see how it turns out. You also have the option of looking at the person who actually created that, and you can look at the list of all of their public projects. I sort of tend to use the term indiscriminately. So here's one. There's only one, but some people are focused on a large investment in a single model, and some people are just developing many of them. So the other thing is the pricing structure. They have 2 types of accounts. You can create personal plans or organizational plans. The real difference between the two is the manageability of the content. So both of them allow for an unlimited number of public projects. For personal plans, you can grant other people access to your project to modify it. On organizational plans, you have a more granular access, and the access functions in a way that if you have multiple projects and multiple teams of people that you want to give access to, rather than having to manage every single access individually, you can give teams of people access to projects. So you have to determine which one is more appropriate to whatever it is that you're attempting to develop a relationship model for. As I said, the account is, you can set up an account for free, and public projects are free, so that you can jump into Kumu and begin experimenting and simply test out the waters to see how marvelous the environment is at supporting the development of relationship models. And in a couple of videos, you'll begin to see why that is. Now, in the next video, I'll begin to talk about actually logging in and creating an account and where you go from there. So this was just meant to be an overview of the website once you drop into it and what to expect. And as I said, please watch the videos by Jeff. They're really good. And read the manifesto. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.